Well, thank you very much for joining us. Dan Flanagan is here right now. He's Executive Director of Friends of the Urban Forest. We're just talking about the fact that they've been planting trees in the city of San Francisco for the last 30 years. And, you know, it's always a problem, Dan, because you plant a tree, then you have to have maintenance.
Exactly.
Is that you're running into that problem now of
well,
maintaining all this stuff, or what?
Actually, what we do is we do three things at Friends of the Urban Forest. We plant trees, we care for trees. Every tree we plant, we care for, and then we advocate and we educate about trees. So we plant about 1,200 trees a year, so we're taking care of about 3,000, 4,000 trees every year. So we think the caring of the tree is absolutely vital.
Okay, I totally agree with you, first of all. But running out, let's say, running out the outer Sunset, let's use that as an example out there, built on sand dunes, and now we're planting trees and so forth. When that tree is in front of somebody's house, are they in any way responsible for that tree?
Yes. If you have a tree in the sidewalk, which is the public right-of-way, San Francisco is somewhat unique in the United States, where they make the homeowner responsible for the tree, any sidewalk damage, any sewer damage. And actually, we feel that is probably not a great way to promote an urban forest. So
I totally agree with you there.
Yeah.
So what we're doing, Smith, we're putting a tree in there, and you're responsible for it.
Exactly. So what we're doing right now is we're partnering with DPW and the planning department, and we have a study going on the best ways that other cities finance street trees. Now, finance means planting, but also caring for trees and taking on the liability of sidewalk damage and perhaps sewer damage. And always remember, trees have never been proven to break a sewer line. It's absolutely impossible. What a tree will do, it will go to a source of water. And when it goes to a source of water, then you've discovered your sewer has a crack in it, which is a good thing to know, actually.
So the trees are responsible for identifying where the cracks are?
Some would
they're
say
like
they're
living
the canary.
Trees,
yeah,
right?
they're the canary on the coal mine.
You know, okay. Now, when you get a tree planted in front of there, if the owner says, I don't want a tree in front of my house, what happens?
They don't get a tree in front of their house.
Okay. So
but we try to convince them that the benefits of the tree far outweigh not having a tree.
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree, and that's your job to convince people to do that. The kinds of trees that you plant, is there a mixed bag of the kinds of trees?
Yes. Okay. And it's very site-specific.
That's what
we
I was
have so many microclimates that when you're talking the western part of the city, the outer Sunset, there are probably 3 or 4 trees that work there. Very sandy soil, very windy. If you're talking about the Mission, you can plant a lot of different trees. We've been planting for 31 years. We've planted over 46,000 trees of the 108,000 street trees. So about 40% of the trees you see as you drive down the streets of San Francisco have been planted by communities that we have organized. So we have learned over the past 31 years what trees work where. And so we've refined our list with DPW, and now we have a better shot at getting the right tree in the right place.
Okay, with the budgets that are going on, budget cuts and the rest of it this whole city is facing right now, if somebody's out there and they find that a branch or part of the tree is coming down, can you get someone out there to fix it?
Best way to do is come to our website, www.fuf.net, and we have a list of people who can come out and actually arborists who are trained arborists who can take care of your problem.
Okay, in general, is the public receptive?
In general, they are. I think with the relinquishment that DPW is currently conducting, giving back 24,000 trees, there's a lot of negative press about trees. And we go out there and say, hey, trees can increase your home value by 7%. They calm traffic. They clean the air. And for the community benefit, they are probably one of the better ways to address stormwater runoff.
Okay. And you're selling the trees.
I'm selling you right now.
Well, I'm sold. I put a tree right here, Dan. I'd be happy. Dan Flanagan's been our guest. He is Executive Director of Friends of the Urban Forest. Thank you very much for joining us.